What's up, YouTube fam? It's Archangel's Journey. I'm Shakira. It is Wednesday, July 22nd. It's been a interesting week, and congrats to everybody who took longs yesterday. I did not. I waited for a short in the PM, and technically it would have worked out, but I decided to take a small loss to get out of that ridiculousness. But the setup was sound, and TP would have taken up until today to get hit. And I'm not holding that overnight. Anyway, so again, no news. Nothing of interest except for any cray-cray tweets that might occur. Tweet. All right, let's dig in to the charts. As always, we've got MNQ on the left and MES on the right. Let's start with MNQ as always. So again, still bearish. Today might be the day where we get to enjoy some shorts. So let's see how we do. Is this wick? Oh, we'll clean that up. Where'd that come from? All right, let's delete that. So my general interest would be the extreme right here. So let's note that. The extreme, and we have the previous day low to look forward to. If I'm understanding it right, we have Google earnings that will show up in the PM at 4. So we might get the drop we need to take the shorts. And previous day low. Wow, something is sticking me through my shirt. Of course, something would start sticking me through my shirt as soon as I start, filming this. Why is it so dark still? Oh, my back, you guys. My lower back I've strained it. Hold on, let me see if I can turn on another light, because the never-ending problem with this laptop. I have a massager on my lower back right now. That's how I'm going to be living the rest of the day. Gotta love that. All right, so those are my areas of interest. I'm also going to note the previous day high up here just to do so. I like what I'm seeing in terms of the bearish daily fair value gap. We have basically stayed about the midpoint of it, and then we've turned around. No body closures above, so that looks really good. Let's drop to the 4-hour. So we're turning around. Looks like we're coming into what I think is probably a 1-hour fair value gap, and we'll move our midnight open. Where is London? That's yesterday's afternoon. So it looks like London got to enjoy this weird looking candle. So we're slowly dipping into this bearish order block, this bullish order block right here. So general expectations for them to blow through it. So let's see, let's dip to the 1-hour, and let's find midnight open first and foremost. It's 1, 2, here we go. It's midnight, so we opened right here. Lovely. So we're well below midnight open. So again, here is the 1-hour fair value gap that I'm noting. I like this because we tapped it, retreated, and now we're back in. So once we dig in, I'd be more than happy to take a short down to the daily extreme. We rolled up into, there's a small little 1-hour fair value gap here, 1-hour like order block, and we've engulfed all of this upward move. So still be looking for a nice short. Perfectly happy for them to dip up a little bit if we can, to get a little bit of a sweep and then a continuation short down below. But always have to consider if they've already done it, right? So where is London? So it's 2 p.m. So it's 2 o'clock here. Did they sweep it? Just barely right there at 645. So they swept London out. Asia is up this way. So my personal preference is we did have like a pre-market like sweep up and then a very aggressive move down. I wouldn't mind if we swept out these highs and then a nice aggressive move down to begin the shorts. I'd be happy to grab something anywhere between the midpoint or below of this fair value gap to reach further down. But we got to see what kind of momentum we get. All right, let's leave this at the 1 hour and let's dip into MES. So throughout this whole thing, MES has been the most bullish. There's lots of things for it to come and knock out. So let's dig in. So I'm going to get rid of that for now. Previous day high is here. Let's note that. Previous day low is, yep, same as before. So we'll leave that. We'll also add the extreme here as another target for shorts. And let's drop down into the 4 hour and see how we're looking. So, different scenario. We don't have the engulfing as we did with MNQ. We have smaller, less impressive candles with a big engulfing that way. Yesterday morning. So this has been the slow, tedious move downward. We swept liquidity. We have previous day high here. So let's see what we're getting. We're turning bearish, if not the most. Let's delete that. Let's move our midnight open to where we opened. I think it's this candle. Let me just double check. That's midnight open right there. So we're again below midnight open this time. And I take back what I said before. We do have the engulfing candle here. Similar situation. Let's add this 1 hour fair value gap that we can use for our trades. Similar scenario. And this is nice. Like, it's nice to have them sort of almost in sync. Let's make sure those two, yep, make sure everything is in line. All right. And so we've tapped it 1, 2, 3 times, pushed up, tapped it, pushed up, again, dropped into this bearish fair value gap and then rejected from it very aggressively. Now we've tapped it. Now, again, if we can get a little bit of a push up and then we'll start digging in, once we get past the midpoint of here, be interested in shorts down to the extreme or the top of this more daily bullish fair value gap. So for now, again, shorts are where it's at. That's what I'm looking for. I will wait and see what open gives us. I like to wait for the hour candle to close by 10 o'clock. That usually gives me a lot of information to start looking for my setups. All right, be good, be safe. Shakira out.